Hey guys, it's great to see you. So recently I released a CSP 1.75 preview 1 video that went through all the new modes and all the new features and bug fixes in that version. But there was one piece that I didn't cover, and that's the new Walkabout mode that is now in preview 1.75. And today I'm going to show you how it works, how you switch it on, and what it can do. So let's jump in and take a look at it. The first thing to cover is, if you are new to the channel or new to these CSP preview versions, is that these only come from Ilya's Patreon page. So it's a few dollars to $5 a month to actually subscribe to this Patreon page. You only need to do it once. You can come out after the first month if you've downloaded the latest version. And here is the website address here. So I will drop that link in the description below. If you've not installed it yet and you do want to, I will drop the link into my latest video on how to actually do that. So when we've got that installed, what we're going to do is go into Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common and Assetto Corsa, and we're going to go into Extension. Once we're into Extension, we're looking for the config folder, and there it is. And what this does is this has a number of .ini config files that tells Assetto Corsa and all the extensions on how to work. And what we're doing is we're looking for one that says walkin_out.ini. So what you need to do is to right click on that and open with Notepad. And here you can see it gives you a full description of what it does. So it's an alternative camera mode, trying to behave as if it's first person thing. And it says here that it allows you to switch between cars. It's not available online or in any competition races. So obviously there's some problems. This is very experimental. So it's really a try it and see how you feel about it, guys. As I said, I think it's a bit fun at the moment. But what we need to do is at the bottom where it says basic and it's got enabled =0, we need to say =1, and then we just file and save that. That is now switched on, but do make sure after you've experimented with this mode that you do switch it off again in that same INI file. This works then in practice mode and track day mode. So I'm going to show you practice first. So here is the main screen. I've dropped into practice mode. And the first thing you can see is, look, hold E to exit the car. So if we press and hold E, we jump out of the car. And actually on this car, we've got an animation where the door folds up and we can get out of the car. Now that we're out of the car, you move around with standard first person shooter controls. So forward, back, and you've got strafe left and right. You can actually press the left control key and you will duck there. And spacebar is jump. You have actually got jump as well. So this is really cool. Now if I try and go in through the passenger side, it animates the driver side. Obviously this is all experimental and it's just so much fun to have this mode anyway. All cars will act slightly differently, because I would imagine that some cars don't have the door opening animation as well, depending on what that car is. So we are in the pits now, so let's just drive the car onto the track. I'll just spin it round the corner. I am using keyboard here, guys, because I'm just showing you how this works. So I've not got my rig set up at the moment. So let's just park up on the right hand side here, and just to see if we can get out, because obviously being in the pits it might be using slightly different mechanics. So we'll just pull up on the grass verge here and we'll see if we can jump out again. Now remember, you do need to be in, just like through your F1, you need to be looking through the eyes, looking through the helmet. So first person mode, and yes, and it works. So now we can walk around the track. I'm just going to walk across the track, there's nothing coming. And you can just have a look around. I don't know how it works with track limits, and that's something for you to experiment with. This is very cool, and this mode is in addition to the other new modes that I covered in the latest video release on CSP 1.75. So there has been lots of work going on to this, and again I just imagine what the modders will be able to do with that mode. Now the other place we need to go is track day. So this is where it's going to work slightly differently. So I'm going to click on track day and I'm going to choose the number of opponents. Now the one thing that we do need to turn off in track day is we need to turn off the AI flood. It won't work with AI flood. So as you can see, I'm on the latest preview version, preview 1, and I'm going to go down here to AI behavior, and I'm going to take that off. I'm going to untick that. So do remember to switch it back on if you want to use it in the future. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to start the game back up again. So this is in track day mode on the same track. Now remember, you need to be looking through the eyes, through the helmet, and you press E to exit the car. Now this time when we get out of the car, you will see if we look around, we actually have all the other cars that we placed on the grid there. So they're all just sat there with no drivers. Now I believe that you can just actually walk up to any of these cars and just get in them. So let's have a try. Well, of course I'm going to try and jump on top of one first and foremost. That does actually work. So the physics are all working. That's really cool. And we can run with shift as well, as you can see. That looks great. So let's pick a car. Let's go a little bit further down here. Yeah, this one will do. This is looking absolutely stunning in the sunshine. Now you'll see that one doesn't have a custom animation when it opens the door, but let's just drive up to the other car. And again, guys, I'm on keyboard. I know it looks a bit funky. But I'm just going to drive up to the car that we jumped out of, P1. And let's just jump out of this car and into that car. Yeah, so E again. So you press and hold E for 2 seconds, remember. And then you walk over to the other car. That is absolutely brilliant. So if you could set up this track day on any of your favorite tracks, you can set up what cars you want and actually just pick and choose what you're going to drive. And even you can drop these cars at various parts of the track, get out of them, and then get back into other cars and other parts of the track. That is very, very cool. Whenever I cover a CSP preview version, I always get a lot of comments and questions about why you should pay an extra few dollars for this version of CSP and why it's not free. Well, you can see the amount of work that's going in this. It's adding new features and new modes now all the time. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Do check out the rest of my channel for lots more sim racing, especially Assetto Corsa. See you soon.